Scaling your law firm doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about mastering a few key strategies, systems, and mindsets. Welcome to the Scalable Law Podcast, where we talk about how you can increase profit in your pocket and time in your calendar. My name is Carolee Fontanelli, and I have successfully scaled my firm so that it doesn't solely rely on me. Now I love teaching other law firm owners how to do the same. Let's transform your business starting now. Welcome to another episode of the Scalable Law Podcast. I'm so excited that you are here. Can you believe it? We are already through the first quarter of the year. I know it's gone so quickly, and what tends to happen in our law firms is that we are exhausted in December, we have a break through the December holidays, come back after Christmas, and then we're really hopeful that the year is going to kick off. I really hope for you that it has kicked off and it's been awesome, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. I was chatting to a client yesterday and, things just haven't kicked off really since the lull in December and January, and then there's been a whole lot of staff issues and drama. And, it just makes it really, really difficult when you are starting a year like that. So we can't worry too much about the past if that is you. What we can do is fix things for the future. And that's really what we're going to be talking about today. How to get things running like a well-oiled machine so that you can kick off into this next quarter really well and gain momentum. And remember as well, business is the long game. You're not in there for 5 minutes. There's plenty of time to tweak and perfect and do things a different way so that you get a better result. So I'm so excited about delivering these amazing results in Accelerator, which is the program that we run at Scalable Law with all of our amazing, incredible go-getter clients. It's just so awesome seeing them go from a place of despair and stress and tears to feeling that they have everything in control and out of chaos into control, which is exactly what we love to do. And when you're back in control, everything's running like a well-oiled machine. You have efficiencies, which equals profit and time. And so you have more money and more freedom, which is why you started your firm in the first place, right? So that's what we are talking about today. So I really want to discuss a topic that kind of gets on my goat a little bit. When law firm owners really think that their practice management software is enough, but it is not enough, and what your firm actually needs. In this episode, I really want to unpack this common misconception that I see across a lot of law firms. There is often an assumption that they have a practice management system, and that means the business is fully systemized. But what I see is that these systems are designed to manage legal matters and not actually run the business itself. So all of your legal matters might be organized and well run, but the business itself is in chaos. The distinction matters more than people realize, because when the business side is not structured, the owner becomes the systems. Decisions, approvals, problem solving, team direction, all funnel back to the one person, the law firm owner, which causes chaos, stress, a bottleneck, and it's just not a fun place to be. Eventually you'll burn out as a law firm owner. So what I'm going to do today is walk through the difference between managing matters and running a business, and why building operational systems is what creates consistency, scalability, and ultimately more profit and freedom for law firm owners, for you. So let's get stuck into it. Let's talk about the difference between practice management software versus SOPs, which is your systems and operating procedures. A practice management system, so you might be on Clio, you might be on Leap, you might be on Smokeball, or another type of system. What it does is it helps you to manage client files, track time, store documents, and record your communications, and oversee matters from finish to start. It's essentially used for delivering legal services efficiently, right? So that you don't end up in chaos in your legal matters. However, it does not tell your team things like how to handle a new inquiry, how to follow up with leads, how to onboard a client consistency, how to run internal meetings, how to manage team performance, how to meet your KPIs, how to track and report all of the metrics in your business, etc. This is where law firms experience friction, because while legal work may be organised, the business itself isn't. So this is where your standard operating procedures fill the gap, right? They provide clear, repeatable instructions on how the business operates beyond legal delivery. So when you think about your business, I think a lot of law firm owners think about all of the legal delivery. But your business is made up of so much more than legal delivery, which is what I sit down in my very first meeting with law firm owners in Accelerator, and we go through the business in each of the sections. So we've got marketing and sales, we've got legal delivery, we've got operations, and we've got accounts and financial management. So there's a lot to it, and all you're dealing with when you're using your practice management system really is legal delivery. So what we consistently see is that law firms without documented systems, the firm itself and the people in the firm rely heavily on the owner to make decisions. What this does is it creates delays in workflow, inconsistent client experiences and team experience as well, confusion within the team, and increased pressure on leadership. It also causes, because there's lack of clarity within your team, it causes you to lose staff on a regular basis, toxicity, and just a lot of drama in the back end. And honestly, this can be the hardest part of running a law firm. What your SOPs do, your systems and processes, they reduce reliance on you as a law firm owner. They create lots of clarity around how things are done here at X law firm, which allows your team to operate with more independence. So what this means is that you can start growing a law firm that doesn't rely on you. This does not remove oversight, but what it does do is it reduces the need for consistent involvement in the day-to-day tasks. So over time, this is what allows the law firm to scale in a more sustainable way. So this is why your systems and processes are so important. When I used to run my law firm without systems and processes, I had a team manual or a employee manual, but that was about it. And my firm was pretty much chaos. It ran very dependently on me. I was super stressed out. I felt like I was in a big train station, and all day I had trains coming in and out, coming to see me. Toot, toot, what do you want me to do with this? Toot, toot, how do I deal with this client? Oh, we did this thing 6 months ago, but I can't remember how to do it. How do we do it again? And of course, I'm only human too, so I would give inconsistent feedback. And one of the things that I really struggled with is I had a big inbox with a lot of flagged emails that I just wasn't getting to, and I was a massive bottleneck. And it was all because I didn't have any systems and processes. I thought having the practice management system and software was enough, but it absolutely is not. So if this is resonating with you, you might be thinking, I totally get it, Carolee. I am in the same boat, but what do I do? Where do I start with my SOPs? Well, one of the biggest barriers is overthinking where to begin. And what I'd like to say to you here is that you need to create a systems-driven culture in your firm. What that means is that instead of the people looking to the boss for what to do next, that the people in your firm look towards the systems as to what to do next. The most efficient and effective approach to start on your systems and processes is to start small and really focus on high impact areas first. So I'm going to give you 5 rules to follow so that you can set up your systems and processes with ease. So the most efficient way of doing it is this. So number one, start with repeatable tasks. So look at tasks that your team are performing daily or weekly. These are the easiest to document and will create immediate consistency. Number two is to focus on client facing processes. So start with client onboarding, for example. What kind of process have you got from the initial phone call right through to a client being onboarded? What does that look like in communication, follow-up processes, getting cost agreements in and out, all of those sorts of things? Often I'm finding, that law firms have really sluggish and inconsistent onboarding processes, and it can be confusing. Clients don't know how to engage you, or they get promised a cost agreement, but one doesn't get set out for a few days, and you're going to miss the client and they're going to go somewhere else. Small improvements here can have a significant impact on the client experience and conversion, which is really awesome. So that's the beginning of onboarding your clients. But then you're going to work your way through to everything else that happens in your law firm, from accounts and reception, right through to how we bill our clients, when we bill our clients, if they don't pay, how we stop work, all of that kind of thing, so that you don't end up with debt collection. And you're going to go through your entire business. But start with the client-facing processes so that you can create a really sturdy client experience. Number three is documenting as you go. So you're going to need to build everything up front. You are going to capture processes as they happen. Simple screen recordings is really awesome. You can use Loom or something like that to screen record, and then you can do step-by-step checklists. That's enough to begin, but really we want everything documented, and we want those documents kept in a live drive, one that you can lock and protect, because as you grow this out, it's going to make your business more and more valuable and easier to run. So we don't want anyone to steal your systems and processes that you have created. Unfortunately for me, that had happened to me because I did not protect my IP well enough. And you never know in your firm who might be thinking about going out on their own or thinking about going to another firm where they need to set some of this stuff up. Number four is to keep it practical. SOPs should be easy to follow. You want to avoid overcomplicating them. If your team cannot use them quickly, they'll not be effective and they won't be used. You also need to date them as well so that you can see when they were last updated. And you want to really keep everything up to date. So these are living documents and they're going to stay alive for the entirety of you running your firm. They're going to be updated as things change. As your firm grows, processes are going to change because you can't run the firm how you did when there was a few of you to when there's 15 of you. It needs to change. And number five is that you are going to review and refine, which is kind of what I was just saying before. Systems evolve as your firm grows, so they need to be reviewed regularly and improved. So someone in the firm or someone in each department needs to do that and keep them updated. So those are my 5 tips. So start with repeatable tasks, focus on client-facing processes, document as you go, keep it practical, and review and refine. So that might sound like a lot of work. And let me tell you, I'm not going to lie, it really is. In Accelerator, we have all of these documented for you, and you can use our templates so that it makes it so much easier. So I have pulled all of my templates out of my law firm, everything that worked for us. There's about 300 different documents on how to run the firm. So it's like having a business in a box. That is part of what we do in the Accelerator program. Together, we implement and bake into your firm so that you become a systems culture, but you become a systems culture really easily because it's all templated and you don't have to design all of your processes and systems from the start. I share with you what really worked with my firm and what didn't, and then you can implement it into yours and steal all of my intel So it's a really great program, not only for the support, but for all of those documents as well. So if you would like a call with one of my team to talk about it, we have free growth calls that we're running every month. They are limited, so you've got to jump on. We'll leave a link under here, or you can jump onto my website and book a call with us. So let's talk about the role of systems creating freedom, because they absolutely do. Systems and processes in my firm was the thing that created me freedom. I went from burnt out and stressed to having a lot of time and freedom because no one needed me anymore, which was awesome. They all relied on the systems and processes rather than coming to me. So many law firm owners aim to reduce their workload, but they find themselves becoming more and more involved as the firm grows. That's what happened to me. This is not due to the growth itself. It's really due to the lack of structure behind the growth. So when you've got your systems in place, decisions are guided by clear processes and data, which is so important. Team members understand expectations that they have on them, and workflows are more predictable. Then what happens is leadership shifts from reactive to strategic. No more putting out fires. Imagine that. That's what this is all about. You're working on strategy rather than constantly chasing your tail and putting out fires. So this is what allows firms to move away from being owner dependent to system led. So this is the most important message. You want to be a system led firm and a systems culture firm. This is what is going to give you all the freedom that you want. So that's exactly what we do inside Accelerator. We focus on this and we provide you access to a comprehensive library of the systems and processes designed for you. So rather than building everything from scratch, you're working with proven structures across client acquisition and marketing, intaking and onboarding, team management and reporting, financial tracking and performance, operational workflows, and legal workflows as well. So the goal is to reduce the time spent figuring out how to run your business and instead focus on implementing systems that support growth and that are proven. This has been a really great episode. I love this topic so much. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope that you have a really great week. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye for now.